Welcome back to another episode of the ReCapp Fantasy Sports Podcast. I'm your host, Open Mind, along with your other host, DZ.
What's going on, everybody?
And we back with the Super Bowl edition, y'all. We here. The Super Bowl is here. Now is the time. We back. We've reached the end of the season, of the football season, and the end of our podcast season. We successfully completed another fantasy sports season of football podcasting. Uh, I'm glad we made it this far without us both crashing and burning. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad we're here. Before we get into the lineups and everything, I'm going to say this and I'm going to pass the mic to you. Get your take. No, this is a good thing. Nothing bad. It's all good. It's all good. Well, my personal stance, and this is just my overall bird's eye view of the NFL season from start to finish. I think we had some great football this year. Like this 2024 season of football was some of the best football I've seen in my life, in my lifetime. Now, it's probably been some good football beforehand, but I got to hands down give this season some its props. It probably wasn't the best. It's just some of the best I've seen. I don't particularly like the fact that the Chiefs are in the Super Bowl again. I just wanted to say that.
I don't like it either, man. I'm tired of.
I don't like the fact that the Kansas City Chiefs are yet again playing in the Super Bowl, but I do like the football that we had up until this point. Everybody that made it to the playoffs, all the football that happened, every team. Shout out to y'all. Everybody played good. That was in the playoffs, and even if you got knocked out, y'all still winners. In my book, y'all still cold. Y'all probably gonna be right back here next year. You know what I'm saying? If y'all keep the same rosters y'all have on defense and offense, it's gonna be the same cast of people. You know what I'm saying? Coming next year. I think we had some good football, man. I hated the fact that the refs tried to ruin our season this year. And I say our season, the fans, the refs really are responsible for the Chiefs even being here in the first place. But the referees really was the worst thing about the season. And I'm passing the mic.
Oh man, referees. Yeah, that's about right, man. Yeah, this has been some interesting season of football. I have been able to catch. It's been very good. But man, I think one of the things that really hurt the most was that the Lions did not make the Super Bowl. Man, I had my pre-tweet ready to say "fuck them Chiefs."
Yeah. I think the Lions beat the Chiefs. They would have beat the Chiefs in the Super Bowl had they win.
Man, that would have been bad blood.
Yeah. Because the Lions would have had to prove that they can beat the Chiefs with Travis Kelce. Because, they was holding that like, y'all only won because Travis Kelce didn't play. Blah, blah. But,
we were close, man. 24 minutes in it. Well, no, it was a half hour, and it just changed. I was just like, come on.
But the refs did what they did best. The refs wanted the 49ers and the Chiefs to play. Now, I'll say this before we get into the lineups because we've been rambling enough. We got to get these lineups and get out of here. I say the refs cheated for the 49ers because it was rigged for the 49ers and the Chiefs to have a Super Bowl. But I'm not going to make excuses. The Lions gave their game away. The Lions lost that game, fair and square. But the refs really cheated for the Chiefs in that Ravens game, right? The referees made sure that the Chiefs were going to the Super Bowl, which they've been doing all year. Because I watched the Ravens-Chiefs game. They played Lamar Jackson. Like, they really messed Lamar Jackson over. A lot of questionable calls. I'm just tired of the ref cheating for the Chiefs, bro. I'm sick of it. I hope. Well, I'm gonna say this. I'm not gonna say it right now. I'm wait till the end of the show. Get into the lineups, y'all. Open up your DraftKings app to the NFL Showdown Super Bowl lineup. NFL Showdown Super Bowl lineup. Now, I'm gonna start us off with the captain spot, and I want to say this, and I'll say this with confidence. All season, from week 1 up until the last playoff game, the 49ers, Christian McCaffrey has been $18,000 in the captain spot. His price has been $18,000 in the captain spot from week 1 till right now as we speak. When the 49ers are playing, You put Christian McCaffrey in the captain spot. I know he's 18 grand, right? I know that's a lot of chunk of your money, and we got other players to pick. But Christian McCaffrey has been consistent in my captain spot since week 1 of 2024 season. Outside of the game, a couple of games he didn't play. When I think he had a couple of games he didn't play. He wasn't hurt, but he had sprained something. They left. They kept him out. But when McCaffrey plays, I put him in a captain spot. He balls. It's almost like you don't really want to do it. You want to put other players there, but Christian McCaffrey, for some reason, like in the second half of the game, because he kind of slow to start. He's gonna be kind of slow to start off. Second half of the game, McCaffrey start going off, man, and your captain spot numbers. Everybody who wins first place in the showdown game with a 49er matchup has Christian McCaffrey in the captain spot with other players. So we're going to start the Super Bowl show off with Christian McCaffrey in the captain spot. And I'm saying it in confidence because that's what I've been doing since week 1, and it's been working.
Yeah, I agree with you there. He's been consistent. I mean, even when you think he's gonna get stopped, he still does it.
Mm-hmm.
If it ain't
go ahead.
If it's not the run game, it's the pass game.
Bro, like he had one bad game. That was week 14. No, two bad games. Week 17 and week 14, he had bad games. Week 14 and week 17 was his worst game. I guess if you want to say week 5 and 6, but I don't care. Christian McCaffrey been in his. I'm putting him in the captain spot. That's true. Y'all do.
Gotcha. I'm trying to think here for a second. Let me see here. See, can we get a cheap guy out the way real quick? Do you think Sky Moore is going to be a factor in this game?
No, I do not.
Hardman, Tooney, Soler?
No. None of them. I don't think none of them people are going to be back.
Yeah, I'm trying to get down here. What about Jennings?
Nope.
Man. Gotta go with a kicker. Gotta go with a kicker. We're going.
That's what I was going to say. Anybody below the kickers ain't even worth your time.
You trying to say the 49ers and Chiefs defense? Yeah, I say that.
I say the Chiefs defense, not the 49ers defense. We'll talk about Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah. Well, you think Brock Purdy going to get stuck up by that Chiefs defense?
Yep, that's exactly what I think.
All right. I think I'll go with you on that one because we need somebody cheap to go else. So I'll go with the Chiefs.
Chiefs defense? All right.
Yeah.
So, got Chiefs spot out the way. I don't want to do this. I don't.
Why don't you?
I don't want to do this. Pick this guy because last year in the Super Bowl he played.
Oh, jeez.
He played. Travis Kelce didn't play well in last year's Super Bowl. He scored 1 touchdown. And he had a couple of catches. It was Clyde Edwards-Helaire and Isaiah Pacheco and all of no-name people that we don't even know their names anymore that balled out Chiefs last year. And I had Travis Kelce in that Super Bowl squad, and he didn't do nothing. I'm picking him, but I don't want to. That's what I'm saying. And I'm not, and I don't recommend everybody else pick him. But I'm gonna pick him.
Are you sure? I think you'd be better off picking Mahomes.
Nah.
All right.
Nah, Mahomes can throw interceptions.
Gotcha. All right. Well, Travis Kelce it is. 61. 6100.
I think. Let me say this. This is why I don't want Mahomes or Brock Purdy. Both of them are going to be game managers. Patrick Mahomes may very well win the Super Bowl, but it's not going to be a high score. See, last year I called I'm going to do a B-plus analysis on this game, by the way, before we end the show. Last year I did the B-plus analysis on the Chiefs versus the Eagles game, and I called it pretty much how it was going to happen. I'm going to do that same thing this time. I'm going to do the same thing I did last year. I'm going to do a B-plus analysis, and I'm going to do a game flow. It's going to be more like a game flow, not B-plus analysis, because the B-plus analysis is deciding who's going to win. I don't know who's going to win, but I'm going to give a game flow analysis. And since I already have this in my head ready to spit off for the show ends, I'm not recommending Brock Purdy or Patrick Mahomes in this particular game because of the 49ers defense.
Gotcha.
Not that the 49ers defense is better than the Chiefs defense. It's the way they're going to play. It's the way the 49ers are going to play defense against Patrick Mahomes is going to force him to play clock management football instead of Super Bowl football. Just do enough to win the game type shit. That's why I don't want Patrick Mahomes or Brock Purdy.
Gotcha. That makes sense. Dan, you want to know something? I'm going to go ahead and go out because I know he's going to be used a lot anyway. Give me Pacheco.
Pacheco. Just to reiterate, I don't want Travis Kelce either. I don't want him. I feel like I have to pick him. I feel like I have to get Travis Kelce because it's a Super Bowl and Taylor Swift's going to be there. You know what I'm saying? That's the only reason. We're gambling, we're playing football, right? And we're supposed to have some type of analysis and stats and all that stuff. I'm not going by those factors. I'm picking Travis Kelce because Taylor Swift's going to be at the Super Bowl and he's going to be trying to perform for her.
Yes,
Patrick Mahomes is in on it too. So he's been dating Taylor Swift last year, and if he was, they kept it a hush hush and they wasn't talking about it, and they didn't start talking about it till this year. All I'm saying is, I don't want to pick Travis Kelce. I just don't trust him.
It's called the Taylor Swift factor.
But I feel like we gotta pick him because Taylor Swift's gonna be at the game. So, got $10,000 left, man. We got $10,000 left to fill 2 spots, bro. I'm thinking we should get both kickers.
Really?
I know it's going to be your pick after this, but before I pick, now scroll down to, like right now, open up your menu. We got 10 grand left, $10,400, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't recommend the 49ers defensive pick because it's Patrick Mahomes. He's going to score a couple of touchdowns against them. I think they're going to get sacks. I think they're going to get an interception once maybe, but they're going to get a lot of sacks. So I'm saying if you pick the 49ers defense and that's a spot on your line, and Patrick Mahomes put up points on you, you're going to be staring at it like, yo, your defense going to be ice cold. I'm just saying, yes, and C-Mac is going to score against the Chiefs defense, but the Chiefs defense are capable of scoring, which I'll get into later. But I think anybody below it, right at the kicker Moody and below, I don't see nobody else worth picking.
Right.
We already got the Chiefs defense. I think we should just get both kickers to fill those 2 spots because there's nobody else worth picking below them. I don't think anybody else. Who I really would like to pick, and before we close this lineup out, I still recommend Rashee Rice and Deebo Samuel.
I like Ayuk though.
But I don't recommend Brandon Ayuk in this game because the Chiefs have always had his number. Deebo, I feel like Deebo is going to be a better asset in this game than Ayuk. C-Mac is not. I don't count C-Mac. C-Mac is kind of like in a class of his own. I don't even consider him when I'm talking about it. He's kind of like an automatic thing. Yeah, it's Brandon Ayuk and Deebo Samuel, and I think of the two, I think Deebo's going to be the more productive player in this game due to the matchup.
Mm-hmm.
So that's just saying. This is the lineup we have before we fill up these 2 spots. I don't want Kelce. I would rather have Rashee Rice, and I would rather have Deebo Samuel. But we got to fill these. Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce. That's what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying?
It's crazy, but it's been true.
Right. Hey, that's just being honest with y'all. I'm being straight up. Why are you picking Travis Kelce? Because Taylor Swift gonna be at the game. That's why.
That's true.
But that doesn't make football sense. I know. It doesn't make football sense. It doesn't make a lick of football sense, which is why I'm picking. And I don't really want to do it. I am begrudgingly picking Travis Kelce on today's episode as we close out our season of the ReCapp Fantasy Sports Podcast. For this will be our 3rd season. We're about to close this out, and I'm closing it out on a bitter note because I don't want to pick Travis Kelce. but I'm picking them. I'm picking.
All right. So we got Travis Kelsey. Last two picks, I guess, is going to be the kickers, Moody and Bucker.
That's just my recommendation for this particular lineup. The way we got it structured, I think them two kickers should fill those two spots, man. We ain't nothing else we can do.
Yeah, that's really yeah. Unless we want to go way down there, and I don't want to go way down
Ain't nothing down there for us, bro.
there. All right. I guess we could just pick two kickers.
All right, so we have C Mac, Chiefs on defense, Travis Kelsey, Isaiah Pacheco, and both kickers to start our NFL lineup. Y'all, we definitely recommend y'all make multiple lineups. Make a lineup with Deebo Samuels on it and a lineup with Rashee Rice on it, y'all. And you don't have to put C-Mac in the captain spot, which is probably why we're in this situation. Definitely make multiple different combinations. I just recommend you figure out a way to squeeze Rashee Rice and Deebo Samuels along with C-Mac on your captain spot if you can. If you can't, then take C-Mac out of your captain spot and move him around. That way, it brings some of that price down, get you some of that money back. I recommend Deebo Samuels and Rashee Rice more than I recommend Travis Kelsey. But we're picking Travis Kelsey because of the Taylor Swift effect. That's what we're doing. I'm just being honest with y'all. I ain't gonna sugarcoat it or act like you know how people, you might be watching somebody's fantasy sports video. They just be talking and it's like they sound like a robot. It's like, dude, you're only doing that because, you know, say I'm just gonna tell y'all, I'm picking Travis Kelsey because of Taylor Swift. I'm not a Taylor Swift fan, but Taylor Swift since she's graced the football field, it's been mayhem, and Travis Kelsey been playing like he ain't got no damn sense. so anyway, into the game floor analysis before we transition to the NBA squad. I don't know who's going to win this game. I'm leaning more towards the Chiefs winning, but I want the 49ers to win. Let me say it again. I want the 49ers to beat the Chiefs, but I'm leaning towards the Chiefs winning because I think the refs are just going to cheat for them. I think the refs are going to cheat for the Chiefs. I think the 49ers are going to come out the gate roaring, giving us a good game, but they're going to be thwarted by the refs' bullshit calls, which is going to kill their momentum and kill their motivation. First half of this game, I think the 49ers are going to be up. I say C-Mac gets loose in the first quarter. C-Mac gets loose, scores a touchdown, right? First quarter, right? Get everybody attention. Okay, so the Chiefs going to start cracking down on defense. Second quarter, C-Mac's getting bottled up. So now we got to get Deebo involved into the game because the first quarter is going to be C-Mac central. C-Mac is going to, I think the 49ers going to score first, and I think that touchdown is going to be scored by C-Mac in the first quarter sometime. Maybe not the first play. Sometime before the end of the first quarter, that touchdown going to be scored by C-Mac. I'm seeing it. I'm seeing C-Mac getting loose, scoring a touchdown, crowd going crazy, right? Mm-hmm. And it did C-Mac getting loose for a couple more plays, but not necessarily breakout runs to get a touchdown. Because the Chiefs are going to start cracking down on C-Mac's scheme. But then they're going to start implementing Deebo a lot more in the second quarter, right? Which is going to free up C-Mac to either get loose again for another touchdown catch reception or maybe Travis Kelsey's, not Travis Kelsey, maybe Deebo Samuel and George Kittle get that off touchdown, that second touchdown. That's it. I'm saying this as the 49ers are going to be up in the first half. The 49ers are going to score first, in my opinion. I see C-Mac scoring first, putting up the first point, and I can see the Chiefs responding. I'm not saying they're not going to score. I think the 49ers are going to be up at halftime. Before Usher come out and sing on the halftime show, I think the 49ers are going to have to lead, right? Mm-hmm. Here's what's going to happen, though. And this type of Super Bowl, I see this happening. When we get back from the halftime show, when we start third quarter, that's when the refs going to start that bullshit. Chiefs are going to do something, some trick, goofy-ass play. Travis Kelsey scores that touchdown in the third quarter, finally gets some points on the board, right? Now they either tie the score or they close the lead gap. That pisses everybody off on the 49ers. The sideline, Mike Shanahan losing his mind. Then Chiefs get an interception off Brock Purdy. Brock Purdy's going to throw an interception. I think that interception is going to be a pick six specifically. Brock Purdy's going to throw a pick six, not an interception, a pick six. And the Chiefs going to run that back to the touchdown, which is going to put them in the lead. Now the 49ers morale is questioned. Now we go into the fourth quarter with a Chiefs lead. And I can see them, I don't know what the score is going to be. It's not going to be too high. It's not going to be one of them high scores. But I'm giving the Chiefs 3 touchdowns, and I'm giving the 49ers 2 touchdowns and some field goals. 2 touchdowns and some field goals from the 49ers. 3 touchdowns to the Chiefs. 2 from Mahomes, 1 from the defense. And maybe another touchdown that just happens because of some turnover that happened because the refs are bullshit. Give the Chiefs some wicked ass turnover, and Isaiah Pacheco does a rushing touchdown or something. I don't know. Isaiah Pacheco scores a touchdown because I don't know. I don't know who's gonna score these touchdowns specifically. I'm just throwing names out there. I'm throwing Isaiah's name and Travis Kelce's name. I'm giving the Chiefs 3 touchdowns. I'm giving Mahomes 2 touchdowns. The defense 1 touchdown, and then some Chiefs touchdown that happens by some unknown player in the fourth quarter, giving the Chiefs the lead. I say the Chiefs are going to win because the refs are going to cheat for them, not because the Chiefs are better than the 49ers. Because I'm saying this now. The 49ers are better than the Chiefs. They got better team. They got better defense. They got better offense. The Chiefs' defense is slightly better than the 49ers, but at the end of the day, bird's eye view, they're about the same. But the referees allow so much to happen that the Chiefs' defense look better when you watch it. But it's just the way the refs throw them flags. I'm rooting for the 49ers to win, but I don't think they're going to because I think the referees are specifically going to make sure that the Chiefs win, despite whatever good football we get for the 49ers. And that's my B-plus game flow analysis for the Super Bowl, y'all. So we're going to enter this squad now. That's a free entry. If you want, it's free. You ain't got to pay no money. And before we end the show, just want to give y'all a bonus lineup. Just a bonus, just in case y'all care or even knew. There's going to be a basketball game happening at 2 p.m. Eastern tomorrow, on Sunday, Super Bowl Sunday. Of course, y'all don't care because it's Super Bowl Sunday. You're not going to be thinking about this basketball game. But if you just want to, try your luck, there's a early basketball game. It's just 2 games. It's 2 games. And these games are going to happen and be done with before the Super Bowl happens. 2 games, one at 2 p.m., the other one's at 3 p.m. Both of those games are going to be done and over with before the Super Bowl even takes place. That way they don't interfere with that type of TV time. So just a bonus squad. I'm going to pass to you since I started off the other squad.
Let's see, who's playing? I didn't even know who's playing. Boston, Miami, Sacramento, and OKC. Oh, jeez. It's going to make this easy. Give me Shy. Did you hear me?
I didn't hear what you said. No,
I said it's going to make this easy. Give me Shy.
Oh, I didn't even hear you say Shy. Okay, my bad. So, Shy Alexander.
At the 1,
right.
Yep.
All right, Shy at the 1. Let me see. Sabonis. Can't stand that dude, bro. Sabonis irritates me.
So you're going to the center?
Yeah, I always try to get the center out the way because they be so expensive. It's a very important position on the lineup. I think the center on every squad is one of your important pieces. You got to have a good big man. I like Holmgren better than I like Sabonis. I think Holmgren can give me Sabonis' numbers against Sabonis. So give me Holmgren.
Gotcha. Doubling up. I look at the 2 spot. Let's see here. Hero, White, Rozier, Getty, Monk, Hewer.
I like everybody except Josh Giddey.
I don't pick Josh Giddey, man. I avoid him.
I definitely like Malik Monk.
I do too. It's a toss up between him and Kevin Hewer.
I think Monk is way more consistent than Hewer. For me, they're more consistent for me.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Monk.
That's at the 2 spot.
Yep.
Okay. So does Porzingis still does he play for the? Yep, Porzingis still plays for Boston. Me Porzingis at the number 4 spot.
Against Miami. I'm not picking Tatum because it's not an easy spot. Um,
I never pick Tatum again for the rest of the
Give me Barnes.
season. Harrison Barnes at the number 3. Yes, Jason Tatum is a season long fade. He is in the same box as what's that dude named Whiteside? He used to
Yeah.
play Hassan Whiteside.
Yeah.
I see now. I look at Jason Tatum like Hassan Whiteside and Carl Anthony Towns. It's like Carl Anthony Towns will have a good game once a month. Once a month, he'll go off and give you a triple dub, and you don't hear from that dude again to the next month. And then Hassan Whiteside, which he don't play no more, he was so expensive that it's like when you didn't pick him, he went off, and when you picked him, he was trash.
True.
Hassan White. So that's kind of where Jason Tatum is for me. Like he has lost me money so much that I just don't. I ain't gonna say lost me money because I put a lot of free entries in. He has been the reason I didn't win money. That's say that better. Because I make my lineups free. I rarely really gamble as much as people think we do. We do this podcast for y'all, but I'm not necessarily gambling and betting money every day. There are a lot of opportunities to play for free and win money without betting anything. And oftentimes I put in those free lineups and I try to win money without betting anything. And it works a lot, So, but Jason Tatum has been the reason I haven't won. So, just saying that to say, I want Tyler Hero at the guard spot.
He was gonna be my next player. Great, you picked him. Sheesh. You want to know something? We probably gonna have to pick a bench player now that I think about it. Let me see here. I'm looking at the util spot. I'm going to have to scroll down quite a bit.
Let's see. I'm looking at Caleb Martin. I'm looking at Keegan Murray. See.
Well, we only got $8,000 left. That's what I'm looking at too.
Yeah, those players were 4,000. Sam Howell. No, not Sam.
Keegan Murray's 5.
Oh, I looked at it wrong. Well, I tell you what, I got to get rid of somebody then.
Luke Dort's 1242.
I don't trust Dort. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna get rid of Tyler Hero.
I was thinking Kevin Love, but when the last time Kevin Love played?
Kevin Love be coming off the bench, but it depends on him. And I'll take Hewitter at the guard spot.
Instead of Hero?
Instead of Tyler Hero, I'll take Hewitter.
Okay, that leaves us with 4,800. I pick Murray.
You picked Keegan Murray?
Yeah, at the 4 spot.
All right, and I will take to fill that last spot for the util. I will take Jaime Jaquez Jr. because he comes off the bench and he's productive. He's not the best, but I'll take him. So we have Shai Alexander, Malik Monk, Harrison Barnes, Porzingis, Holmgren, Hewitter, Keegan Murray, and Jaquez Jr. I might be saying his name wrong. And that is it, y'all. That is it for the Super Bowl edition. Before we go, just want to give y'all a few disclaimers here. This is the end of the season of the Fantasy Sports Podcast because we mainly cover football. Basketball is just a bonus. It's not something that I myself or DZ can keep up with because basketball is a constant, everyday thing. It's hard to keep up with. It's just not something that we can keep up with, especially stats and and player matchups every day content for NBA. It's not. There's no way we can do this. It's a lot easier for us to just cover NFL because these games are once a week. So with that said, we are going on a hiatus after this episode. The hiatus will last up until the UFL season / MLB season starts. DZ is our MLB guy for baseball. If you play fantasy baseball, follow DZ on the Twitter X app, and look for DZ for any type of MLB suggestions, player picks. That is his baby. But MLB don't start till next month. So if you plan to play fantasy baseball, reach out to DZ, follow DZ's timeline. He's constantly posting pics and screenshots of suggested players. I'm the content person. I put out all the videos. DZ is constantly on the timeline, on the Twitter X timeline, constantly, especially when baseball season is going, posting those suggestions, posting those prize picks constantly. And when the time comes, we'll try to give y'all some visual content, some video content with DZ's voice on it. Just DZ, not me, just him giving y'all the MLB stuff. And that'll be on TikTok. Of course, it'll be right here on the YouTube channel. All videos that y'all see are simultaneously on both channels. Just like the portion of this live stream is also going to be on TikTok. But MLB and UFL, United Football, spring football, when spring football starts, which is March 30th of this year, I'm probably not going to come back on that day. But after about 2 or 3 weeks of recorded spring football games, I'll probably come back in week 4 to try to cover the season from there until the season ends June 16th. That is when you'll hear our voices again. That's when you'll get content. That's when you'll get video clips. That's when you're going to hear from the Fantasy Sports Podcast. The ReCapp Fantasy Sports Podcast will resume content creation and content, period, once the MLB season and the UFL season starts. Open Mind, will be covering the spring football. DZ will cover MLB when time permits for him. And that is going to be the direction of the show going forward. And we will pick back up and resume when NFL season starts in September this year. So happy drafting, y'all. It's been a good season. Thank y'all for rocking with us. Thank y'all for tuning in and rocking with us all the way to the end. We ask that you don't unsubscribe. We ask that you stay with us, stay subscribed, still share the channel. Go back and check our other videos if you ain't got nothing else to do, and fact check us. Go back and check our words and make sure we're credible in everything we've been giving you, because you can feel comfortable following us and you can feel comfortable suggesting our videos to anybody else who may be playing fantasy sports, because we only cover fantasy sports, not necessarily real life sports, because hey, we're not journalists. You know, we're not analysts like that. We're gambling like y'all gambling. But we do have a little bit of insight on this because we've been doing this many years, over a decade, myself and DZ. So all this knowledge comes from just years and years and years of repetitive playing and watching stats and watching patterns, right? So saying all of that to say, wish y'all luck. I hope y'all get this money. Super Bowl is ready. 49ers versus the Chiefs. There it is, y'all. We made it to the end, DZ fam. Giving you a digital fist bump through the mic. We're not in the studio together. But other than that, man, I had fun. I had a blast. We're not done. We're just taking a little break. So y'all probably won't hear from us till maybe second week of April, I guess, mid-April. That's when we'll come back. Well, at least you won't hear from me till mid-April. Probably hear from DZ. As far as NBA, may give y'all some pop-up clips here and there, but don't look for us to give you constant NBA tips and players. Yes. We give y'all that during the NFL season.
I can tell you from the little bit of NBA, it is a full-time job.
It is, and we can't commit to that. There's no way. The logo has the NBA basketball on it. Yes, true, but the reason for that is that's a bonus. We're giving you NBA along with the NFL squads that we give you. But my thing is NFL, DZ's thing is MLB, and NBA is something like a sandwich in between. It's something that we both touch on. Each of us try our best to touch on NBA individually, but I'm better at football. He's better at baseball. So that's what we're trying to cover. And the reason there's no MLB emblem is because of the consistency. It's baseball. Not everybody likes baseball. So that's why I say you're going to follow DZ, and he'll give you all that information on his personal timeline. DZ at DZ on Twitter X, just like you hear it. He's going to give you all that information. And if you want content, you want visual content with music playing and DZ's voice talking, reach out to DZ and let him know that. We'll give y'all all you what you want. But if you're not playing baseball, there's no need to overload y'all with content. If you just need a few information, inbox DZ. Hey man, I'm making a lineup and I'm playing baseball. I watched your show. I heard you're the baseball guy. I don't know who to pick. And you and DZ work that out. You know what I'm saying? That's between y'all. But he's the baseball guy. I'm the football guy. We're both the basketball guys. And we do our best. I just know that we got followers who wonder why we not doing basketball consistently. There's no way we could. There's no way. Basketball, NBA is happening every day. So when we give y'all NBA lineups, when we give y'all NBA suggestions or player picks on TikTok or little quick clips, that's a bonus. That's a treat for you. That's a bonus. There's just don't expect consistency in the area of NBA because NBA is just too volatile and it's going on every day. It's hard to keep up. It's moving so fast we can't keep up. So got all of that out the way off my chest. We about to get up out of here. Hope y'all get this money. Happy drafting. Peace.
Have a good night, everybody.